Mars is one of the most promising planets for future human colonization. It is the closest planet to Earth and has the most similar temperatures and atmosphere to Earth out of all the other planets. However, this by no means makes it landing on Mars easy. Mars is a much further orbit from the Sun than Earth, making it very hard to get to, as well as very cold, with an average temperature of negative 60 degrees Celsius. Despite this, numerous robotic missions have been sent to Mars, and today, we put those missions on a tier list. But before we get into it, please like and subscribe. I only have 29 subscribers, so it would help out a lot if you did. Now let's get into this. First up, in C tier, we have Mariner 4, the first successful flyby of Mars. Although the Soviets built numerous space probes to perform flybys before Mariner 4, they had all failed, and Mariner 4 stands as the first spacecraft to fly by Mars. Mariner 4 was built by NASA to take the first images of the red planet from deep space and prove the feasibility of deep space travel. In 1965, it made a successful flyby, bringing back lots of images and great data about Mars to help future missions to the planet. Also in C tier is Mariner 9, the older cousin of Mariner 4. Mariner 9 was the first spacecraft to orbit Mars. The reason why this is a significant step up from simply doing a flyby is because a flyby means you can't stick around the planet for very long, limiting the amount of data you can collect. However, orbiting a planet means you can theoretically stay there forever. But if you wish to orbit Mars, you need to perform a capture burn, which requires you to bring extra fuel with you on your journey. Nonetheless, NASA decided to send an orbiter to Mars. Mariner 4 was very successful, taking over 7,000 images and mapping 85% of the Martian surface. In B tier, we have the Mars 3 lander. Built by the Soviet Union, it is the first ever spacecraft to land on Mars. It landed on the fourth planet from the Sun in 1971. Mars 3 was equipped with numerous high-tech sensors and experiments, including multiple cameras, a mass spectrometer to study the atmosphere of Mars, and a scoop on the lander to study the Martian soil. Sadly, the lander was barely able to use any of these, as connection was lost to the lander, and only a partial image of the surface of Mars was transmitted back to Earth. In A tier, we have the first ever rover on another planet, Sojourner. Sojourner was built by NASA and landed on Mars in 1997. Sojourner was a rover, which presents some unique opportunities. Rovers, unlike landers, can move, which means that Sojourner was able to drive up to rocks, inspect them up close, and send the data back to Earth. Due to the fact that it takes 40 minutes to send signals to or from the rover, driving it was a very long process. Consequently, Sojourner was only able to travel a total of 100 meters over its 83-sol lifespan on Mars. The rover landed on Mars using a lander called Pathfinder, which also served to relay information from the rover back to Earth. Pathfinder used a unique landing system. Instead of using retro rockets to land, it used giant airbags to come to a soft landing when it hit the ground. Sojourner paved the way for future Mars rovers and sent back incredibly valuable data, helping us learn more about the solar system. Now we are on to S tier, the best of the best. First up in S tier, we have the Perseverance rover and Ingenuity helicopter. These two vehicles are part of the Mars 2020 mission and are going to land together, which is why I am grouping them together. These vehicles were made by NASA and are expected to land on Thursday, February 18th. Perseverance is equipped with many tools, including spectrometers, cameras, microphones, and a radar system for detecting pockets of water underneath the surface of Mars. The part I am most excited for is the Ingenuity helicopter. Ingenuity is designed to test the abilities and properties of flying vehicles on Mars. If it works, Ingenuity could open the gates for an entirely new type of planetary exploration. Just imagine how much more we can learn about Mars by looking at it from a bird's eye view. Next up, we have what I rank as the top mission to Mars, the Opportunity Rover. This rover was built by NASA and was the longest operating rover ever, staying active for 5,351 sols, or Martian days, and traveled 45 kilometers in total. Opportunity studied rock formations on Mars and found sulfates and carbonates, which indicated to scientists there was once water on Mars. Opportunity had a few near-death experiences on the Red Planet. In one such instance, Opportunity drove to a sand dune on accident and wasn't able to get out. However, after months of experimenting in computer simulations and sending many commands to the rover, NASA was able to free it from the sand dune. However, there is one instance where Opportunity wasn't so lucky. A violent dust storm blocked out the sun and prevented the rover from generating power. On June 10, 2018, the rover stopped transmitting signals, and soon after, NASA declared it dead. Opportunity was still the greatest Mars mission there ever was, as of the time I am writing this. This wraps up the Mars missions tier list. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye!